Do you have an S Corp and you have tried to implement Profit First, but you have no idea how to handle the payroll with the taxes, the payroll? Do you have employees on the payroll? This video is for you. My name is Amber Duggar, and I am the founder of Profit for Keeps. And in today's Profit for Joy TV episode, we're going to dive into how to handle what to do with an S Corp, what an S Corp is, why you would even want to have an S Corp if you don't have one, and how you can implement Profit First with no problem at all having an S Corp. This is a question I get a lot because there are many people who have been encouraged to have an S Corp by their accountant or by their lawyer, and then they end up wanting to implement Profit First, and they wonder, well, how the heck am I going to do this? Because my owner's pay and my taxes are tied together, and I also have employees, so how is that going to work out? So before I go into the detail of this, I just want to do a quick legal disclaimer. I am not a CPA, I am not a lawyer, so please do not take this for legal or accounting or financial advice. This is simply just my experience and explaining how I have personally been seen Profit First implement with an S Corp. Okay, so what the heck is an S Corp? An S Corp is a pass-through entity that is set up so that you can basically limit the amount of unemployment tax that you're paying on your own salary. If you have an LLC, which is the usually what people start with, either a sole proprietor or an LLC, this is a pass-through where all of the profit that you make in the company is taxable by the person who owns the LLC. So let's say that you had $200,000 in revenue, you had $50,000 in expenses, the full $150,000 would be taxed, plus you would have to pay the unemployment and the employer paid portion of the FICA. So this can add up to quite a bit of money, and so some people save money by creating an S Corp, giving themselves a set salary that limits the amount of that unemployment tax that many people end up paying if they don't have the S Corp. So if you have an S Corp and you don't have your payroll set up, I do highly recommend that you do that, because that is something that is required as an S Corp to have your payroll set up. So I'm actually going to share my screen because I think this would be most helpful in terms of being able to see how S Corps work and how it works with Profit First. And I think that once you're finished watching this video, it will make more sense to you. So let me go ahead and just connect one moment. Okay, so S Corps and Profit First. We're gonna look here and we're gonna see what the four main components of revenue that makes up all of the money that comes in. Okay, so we have total revenue equals profit plus owner's pay. I'm actually going to make this just a little bit smaller, plus taxes plus biz expenses. So normally if you had an LLC, when you take money from your business account, it would come from this pile of money, right? So I'm just going to highlight this. We'll use different colors here. Now with an S Corp, you're going to have payroll. So payroll, if it's just for you, you're going to have the amount that you're paying yourself that's going into your bank account. And you're also going to have taxes withheld for both federal and state. And this is taxes that you owe based on the amount of money that you were paid by your business. So in that case, you're going to have the portion that goes into your bank account as owner's pay, and the portion that goes to the federal and state coming from your taxes bucket. Okay, so if you're using the accounts, then you would just need to transfer some money over from the taxes or transfer some money over from the owner's pay. I personally find it much easier to implement Profit First with an envelope software system. It's the framework that we use, and you need a budget, and it's so easy to do this and you need a budget because you can easily see that when your transaction comes through, a certain portion comes from the taxes envelope, and a certain portion comes from the owner's pay taxes, or from the owner's pay envelope. So this is a straightforward payroll if it's just you and that's all you're paying. Now, if you have employees, then it's going to look a little different. You're going to have your owner's pay still because you're going to have your own paycheck. You're going to have your employee paycheck, and then you're going to have taxes. Well, here's where some people get a little tripped up, but it's really easy once you get this. Remember that when you're paying your employees, you're paying them a salary that includes a portion that's withheld for taxes. That's still considered a business expense. So what you want to be thinking about is breaking down the taxes into taxes for owner and taxes for the employee. So remember, business expense is blue. So we're going to say, okay, the taxes of the employee is your business expense. The employee pay is your business expense. And then the owner's pay is going to be the amount that you take home. And the taxes is going to be your portion of the tax. So you would then have this one payroll amount taken from 4 different piles from Profit First. And that really, in a nutshell, is as simple as it gets. Now, you just want to make sure that you have a way to track this. So when I'm using YNAB, it's really easy because I can just look at it and say, okay, this is the payroll amount. Your payroll's almost the same every single pay run. So you can set yourself up a little template and you can say, okay, this amount's going to my employees, this amount's going to my employees' taxes, so those are all business expenses. This portion of the taxes is my tax, so I'm going to take it from this line, and the amount that's going home for me is definitely the owner's pay. So if you are feeling like you need to watch this video again, please do. Ask any questions below. I'd be happy to answer them. Once you have this down, having an S Corp and using Profit First is not a problem at all. And I do highly recommend that you look into an envelope software system like YNAB and consider even going through the Profit for Keeps experience, because that's where you can really get clear on use it and the power of this, because it allows you to be so intentional with every dollar and allows you to do this without making a whole bunch of transfers to different bank accounts. And that is always a great thing. So I'd love for you to, if you have an S Corp, let us know what you plan to do moving forward to implement Profit First. Of course, give us any questions you have. If you like this video, please consider subscribing if you're new, giving it a thumbs up, and sharing it with others. It's the best way for us to really be able to share this content with more people and hopefully make a bigger impact. And I just want to thank you so much for being here, for your beautiful comments, for your encouragement, for your questions. They're so incredible, and I just am very grateful for you. Please consider joining us if you haven't already at Sweet Life Purposeful Money. It's a community full of entrepreneurs, service-based, beautiful business owners, coaches, course creators, authors, speakers. And in that group, we really are encouraging each other and holding a beautiful, safe space to have a deeper discussion around money. Until the next video, remember, money is simply a resource, and making peace with money allows you to pursue the things you enjoy with freedom. Much love to you. Until next time.